Yo, welcome back to another episode of Moment of Truth Sports, and I am your host, MJ Nelson, and we are back with episode 10. And happy Labor Day. Enjoy your day off. So we finally reached the double digits when it comes to these weeks and episodes, and we're just gonna jump right into the content. I do have my notes for this episode because this is gonna be a long episode. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot happening, so let's jump right into it. We're gonna start off with NFL news so we can get that up out the way. It's a lot. So, first, one thing that did happen last week that I did not cover is that Andrew Luck has retired. And I think that was the right move, man. He's too young to be dealing with this many injuries. I believe he had 6 injuries in the last 6 seasons. So it was time, man. I feel like I respect his decision to do it. Colts fans may not feel that way. But, hey, when it comes to your playoff career or your football career and your health, always choose your health. It ain't worth it. In the end, he made his money. He good to go. Next, let's jump into some Chargers news, man. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers have stalled their contract negotiations until after the season. So I think, to me, this is kind of evidence that this is going to be one of those prove it type of deals. Like, all right, you've been hurt a lot for us. So with you being hurt, you got to show us that you worth this type of money you demanded. That's difficult for me to give you all this money, like $20 million per or whatever you requesting, $15 million, whatever. It's difficult to give you this money if you haven't been on the field for us. So I believe that's kind of the battle that they're going back and forth with. So we'll see. In other news, the Bills have released LaShawn McCoy, and he is signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Kansas City Chiefs are now a complete team again, and it's going to be hell for a lot of teams in that division. So Chargers, y'all Super Bowl hopes and dreams may be halted because now you're dealing with a complete team now. So if you thought Pat Mahomes had a good year last year, if LaShawn pans out with this team, it's going to be a ridiculous year. So their Super Bowl expectations have shot through the roof. You know what I'm saying? And last in football news, we got something that just happened recently. Jadeveon Clowney has been traded from the Texas Texans to the Seattle Seahawks. So I need my notes for this one. So the Seahawks received Jadeveon Clowney. His contract was expiring, and the Texans didn't want him no more. He has had some injuries in his history, but I feel like he produced good enough for them to keep him. But the Texans receive a 2020 third-round pick, so that's pretty good pick. That's third round. That's a nice. You can get some good talent right there. I don't know how to pronounce it. What is it? Barkevius Mingo. He's a defensive end, and then Jacob Martin, a linebacker. So they went and grabbed some defensive pieces to match what they lost pretty much. So I hope it works out well for both teams. But Jadeveon Clowney being opposite of Ezekiel Ansah is a great fit for the Seahawks. Now, I'm not going to say this is Legion of Boom quality because they still have holes at the safeties because Cam Chancellor isn't there and Earl Thomas isn't there anymore. So you got some stuff to, plug up, and especially since you don't have Richard Sherman either. So it's nowhere near Legion of Boom, but it's a start in the right direction. You get you a good front seven, you straight. Now, let's jump over to NBA news. So, let's talk about the Big Three a little bit. So the Big Three is really entertaining, man. So if y'all have not been checking it out, I need y'all to watch the Big Three. It's a lot of those old hoopers that love hooping that we used to love when we was kids. But the championship happened over the weekend. I don't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. It's one of the two. But it was the triplets versus the killer threes. And basically, it was, if you look at the face of the team, it was Stack, Steven Jackson, versus Stack's team versus Joe Johnson's team, which we all know is ISO Joe. And the triplets took home the chip this year. They won 50-39. As if you have not seen the Big Three, they only play the 50 and they play in two halves. They play up to the first team scores 25, and then whoever gets the 50 first. So Joe Johnson actually won MVP, and he won a chip this year. So I believe this is his first season in the Big Three, and he's already receiving some type of attention from NBA teams. So we'll see who he signs with since the Big Three season is over. I definitely think he's good enough to still play, whether it's a bench role or whatever he wants to do. But hey, he still got the juice. Let him go out there and kill it. Also, in other news, KD and Kyrie are trying to muscle Melo onto the squad. As you know, I am a new Brooklyn Nets fan. I have retired as a Phoenix Suns fan halfway. You know, I still love Phoenix, but I'm riding with my dog Kyrie. And they want to get Carmelo on the squad. I have been campaigning for Melo to get on the squad for the longest. And why not? Why not it be my own? You hear me? Go ahead and get Melo on the squad. Let him come off the bench or whatever he need to do. And let's get these buckets this year. Let's get it. All right, and another random ordeal of news is LeBron is trying to trademark Taco Tuesdays. Bro, why you gonna try to trademark Taco Tuesdays? You ain't invent that, LeBron. You petty as hell, boy. What's wrong with you? But in seriousness, he is basically trying to trademark Taco Tuesday. So if he wants to use it for any future media shows or whatever he wants to do with it, he's keeping his option open. And as you know, LeBron is probably the smartest businessman we have ever seen in NBA history. Aside from maybe Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson, he's probably the best businessman that we've ever seen. And he's making smart moves, man. Money talks, and he's basically trying to keep his options open to where he can do whatever he wants. So congratulations to LeBron filling out the application to get this started. And let's see where it goes from there. So, your Taco Tuesday videos might be stomping. But don't hate on LeBron for being a businessman. Next. We got some Kobe and Shaq news. Alright? As y'all know, in the NBA vault, Kobe and Shaq had a little bit of beef back then. Kobe was conducting an interview, and he basically said that, hey, if Shaq wouldn't have been so lazy, 12 rings? 12? That's a bold claim. Alright? That's bold. Because we looked at LeBron's side-eyed, like when you talk about some not 1, not 2, not 3, but not 8. Y'all got it like that? Now, I think 12 is a reach. Kobe is confident nonetheless. But, you know, you never can predict that many. You know what I'm saying? That's rough. Injuries can like desecrate your career. 12 is a lot. But I definitely feel like they would have they probably would have won about 7. Because they got 3 together. Kobe got 2 more. So they would have got a nice amount of chips together. But Shaq kind of took offense to it. And he rebutted, basically saying, yo, we would have had more rings together if you would have passed the ball in 04. Hit him with one of these after that. Just after the post, I'm just sitting here like, man, that's how y'all feeling? Now, you know, Kobe is a bit of a ball hog. He can get into that scorer's mindset. But it's difficult to get that healthy balance when you have 2 dominant players, man. Shaq was a monster, the most dominant player we have witnessed. Now, I do agree with Kobe. If he would have stayed in peak shape, easily easily another 3 rings. But yo, that's up for debate. Let me know in the comments section if what y'all thinking. If Shaq and Kobe stayed together, how many rings you think they would have won together? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I say they would have got 7. They might have got 7. I think they would have lost the 2004 anyway, but I think it would have been 7. So let me know what y'all think. All right, and last but not least, we got to end on a somber note. I know by now a majority of you have heard there's an arrest warrant out for Boogie Cousins due to the claim, the comments he made about threats he made towards his baby mama, basically saying that he wanted to shoot her in the head for not letting their child attend the wedding. Like, this gotta stop. Like, I know DeMarcus Cousins is definitely wrong for his comments, but women, you gotta stop using these kids as pawns for y'all evil plans, man. Let this man be a father to his child. And that goes to anybody. Just let them, the parents, whether you are a father or a mother, let the co-parent, learn how to co-parent. Because stuff like this shouldn't happen. Now, if her plan was just to get him in trouble or nothing like that, and you just got him on child support, and he just forking out the money stops if he goes to jail. Y'all got to learn how to coexist. And also, Boogie, get your anger under control, man. You are a multi-millionaire at this point. You got to do better with your wording, and you got to work on yourself. You know, get some of that self-meditation going on. Take care of you so you don't have these type of issues. I know it's difficult having a baby mama, but that's the hands you was dealt. Just make better decisions. Choose wisely. You know? So we're going to pray for them in their situation, man, because this is a heavy one. So let me know what y'all think about that as well. But this has been episode 10 of Moment of Truth Sports, or Emotion Sports, whichever you prefer. And remember, at 100 subscribers, we're going to have a giveaway. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is until we get closer. But at 100, we will have a giveaway. So make sure you guys are liking, commenting, and sharing, man. It does help the channel grow. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.